Okay. In this session, we will be solving the questions from 23 onwards. Create a columnar data entry form using all the fields from SP to apprend table. Format the form so that field headings are consistently aligned to the left in the columnar format. Data entry boxes are appropriately sized for the type of data. Day release field uses radio buttons to select the options yes, no. These values are to be stored as -1 for yes and 0 for no, and it should be saved in the day release field. Basically, this question is to create a columnar data entry form for SP2 apprend table. The table is this one, SP2 apprend table. So let's create a form data entry form for SP2 apprend table. Open your file. Go to create tab. There is form sections in that form wizard. You need to have all the fields in SP to apprend table. So just use the double arrows. Next, next. Here I'm just starting the name with FRM just to distinguish that it's a form. Modify forms design, finish. This is the design view of a form. You can change the name of the form to something sensible or whichever one you feel it's good. I'm going to name it as apprenticeship, apprenticeship vacancies. They haven't mentioned anything regarding the name of the firm, so you can give your own name. Okay, now to make all the fields visible, I'm just selecting all the fields together like this. All the fields are selected. I'm going to raise it a little bit up so that I can see all the fields. Let's see the form view. This is the form view for apprentice SP to apprend table. The number of records are shown here. The first record, you can get the first record by clicking this one. The next record you can get from clicking this button, and this one to get the last record, and this one to add a new blank record. So right now we have got 504 records. Now there are certain things that are mentioned in the paper. The field headings are consistently aligned to the left in the columnar format. Let's see the field headings once again. The design view. These are the field headings. All these are aligned to the left. So I'm not going to change that. Data entry boxes are appropriately sized for the type of data. Okay, these are the data value fields. So I can see. Let's see the form view. Let us see, is there anything that we can reduce the size? This one. Wage is usually coming with only this much space is needed, and this one trainer code, it is 6 or 7 digits. You don't need this much space. I'm just going to change vacancy reference as well as this trainer code. You can see a table and you can decide which field size you have to reduce. So I'm just going to reduce the size of trainer code to something that is appropriate. Vacancy reference, and down, just is it like this? Just move this up. Employer name, technical area. Let's have a look at the form view. The decimal space is left, so I'm going to reduce this size also. This one I don't want it to come in two lines. I'm just going to increase the size. Yeah. Okay, let's see the form view once again. Vacancy reference. Decimal space is not needed. I'm going to reduce the size. Let's go through the other records. For these two, you can reduce the size of the fields. You can resize. This one I'll give little more space, technical area. So I hope this is fine. So data entry boxes are appropriately sized for the type of data. The next thing, day release field uses radio buttons. So this has to be radio buttons to select the options yes, no. Options are yes and no, and the values for yes and no are given here and it is saved in the day release field. So what you're going to do right now is I'm going to delete the day release field. Click, press Ctrl key pressed so that you can have multiple selections. Click on that, press delete. Now in the control sections, this one XYZ, it's called as the option group. Just click on that, keep your left mouse button pressed and draw. This will open the options group wizard. Label names, we have the labels yes and no. Click next. I'm going to choose the default choice as no. Nothing is mentioned in specific, I'm just going for no. The values for yes and no. The value for yes -1 and for no 0. Store value in this field. The field that we are going to choose is day release because it's mentioned in the question paper. Click next. Nothing to do here. Click next. And the frame name, we are going to give it as day release itself. Finish. So you have got radio buttons, that is yes no for the day release field. I'll just click the day release, slowly keep it here. Okay, so I have the day release kept here and this one here. Let's see the form view. Yes, I have day release here with options yes no. I could see some space, little more spaces here. The spacing should be consistent, so I'm just going to change that here. Take this up. Let's see the form view once again. Yeah, now it's fine. Okay, so that is done. Make sure the form displays a single record only, all the fields and data are fully visible, and the layout is consistent with even spacing between the fields. Evidence 8, place in your evidence document screenshot showing the radio buttons have been set and the values are stored in the day release field. So we need to take screenshots for the day release field. Just click here. You click on this one, you can see the control source is day release. Take a screenshot of this page, print screen, open your evidence document. Evidence 8, it's evidence 8. Find out where you need to paste evidence 8. Here, control V. So here you can see day release. You can crop these unnecessary parts if needed. It's not mandatory you need to include. You can crop and just make these parts highlighted or visible more. So that's it. So the form is created. Question number 24. Using the form created in step 23, you need to enter the following data as a new record. So they have given one record. You need to enter this record using the form that you have created right now. So again, go to the form view. Here, this last button, new blank record. Click on that. It will give you a blank record. You can enter these values there. Make sure there are no spelling mistakes. One 135.65. Basil done. Tavara Digimedia. Digital. And their release is yes. So just click here. Yes. Now I have entered this record. You can see the record. One more record is added. Just clicking save. Next one. Check your data entry for errors. Make sure all the data is fully visible. Save the data. Place in an evidence document a screenshot showing this data in your form. So you need to take a screenshot of this one. Again, I'm going to take the screenshot. Open the evidence document. Evidence 9. Just click here. Control V. That's it. So that is also done. Now, we will close the form. Now you can see the next question. Question number 25. Produce a report which contains a new field called employee wage, which is calculated at runtime and displayed as currency. This field will calculate prop wage plus 12% of the prop wage. Shows only the records where town is Basildon or Braintree. Duration is less than 18. Day release is yes. Shows only the fields vacancy title, level, day release, duration, closing date, prob wage, town, employer name, employee wage in this order with data, and labels displayed in full. Do not group the data. So basically, this question is about producing a report. To produce a report, you need to make a query. So first thing that we are going to do is we are going to make a query to produce this report. They have clearly mentioned what all fields they need in their report. Vacancy title, level, day release, duration, closing date, prop wage, town, employee name, employee wage. So while making the query itself, I'm going to make this selection, and I'm just making sure whether the criteria that they have mentioned, those fields are included here. Town, yes, town is here. Duration is here. Day release is here. So I need only this much fields. So I'm going to make a query with only these many number of fields. So go to create query wizard. Just click OK. SP to apprend. Make sure SP to apprend is selected. Now let's see the question paper and select vacancy title, level, day release. Vacancy title, then I need to get level, then day release. Duration, closing date, prop wage. Duration, closing date, prop wage. Town, employer name, employee wage. Town, employee name, employee wage. We are going to create a new field called as employee wage. That we'll do it later. Click next. Next. Here I'm going to name it as query. You can give some sensible names. Query for report, or I'm just going to give the name of the report that I'm going to create. So that if I have got more queries in this axis, it will be easy for me to identify. So query, you can give any names. Query East Essex vacancies. Modify query design, finish. Now we are in the query design view. Now let's see. Contains a new field called employee wage. We are going to make a new field. The name of the field is given employee wage. It is calculated at runtime and displayed as currency. The field will calculate prop wage plus 12% of the prop wage. So this is how you need to calculate this. So let's take the query design view. Move to the last empty field here. So the name of the new field is employee wage. Make sure you type exactly the same thing. Colon. How this employee wage is calculated? Prop wage. Prop wage plus 12% of the prop wage. 12%, it will be like 0.12. If you have noticed, you can see I'm using the square brackets. If a field is already present in the table, that field is included using the square brackets. Okay, I have written the expression to calculate it. Employee wage, colon, employee wage, colon, prop wage plus 0.12, that is 12% of the prop wage. Click run. So now a new field has been created. The name of the field is employee wage. Let's see. it is displayed as currency. All the currency should be having two decimal places, it is already mentioned. So now I'm going to make it to currency. Just click on the field, format, make it to euro or the currency which you have already chosen. I've chosen euro before, so I'm going for this one. Two decimal places. Okay, now the employee wage is in this one, two decimal places. Okay, so this part is done. Now the second part shows only the records where the town is Basildon or Braintree. So let's take the table once again. This is the data sheet view of the table. You need to show only the records where the town is Basildon or Braintree. So I'm going to take the design view of the query, find out the town field. This is the town field. Criteria is Basildon or Braintree. Basildon or Braintree. I'm going to click press enter, click run. If you notice, you can see now all the records are having either Basildon or Braintree. We are going to refine our search once again. Duration is less than 18. We need to show only the records where the duration is less than 18. Again, take the design view of the query. Find out the duration field criteria less than 18. Click run. Now all the records are having duration less than 18. Day release is yes. The next one is day release is yes. So again, take the design view. Find out where day release field is. Criteria should be yes. Click run. Again, it's refined and it's showing only those records where the day release field is yes. Done. So the query part is over now. Now we will be making the report using this query. Okay. I just close it. So I'm going to make a report using this query. So there are certain things that you should take care. Sorts the data into ascending order of town, descending order of duration, has the orientation landscape. It fits on a single page wide. It should have an end heading East is 6 vacancies formatted so that it displays a larger font at the top of the page. Calculates average duration and this should be kept at the end of the report below the duration column. Displays the average duration as an integer, has a label average duration to the left of this value, has your name, center number, candidate number in the same position every page in the document. So first we are going to make the report. How to make the report using this query. So again, go to create tab, report wizard. Make sure you select the query that you have created. Take the query, we need all the fields. Use the double arrow, click next, next. Here, the ascending descending criteria are to be mentioned here. Ascending order of town, then descending order of duration. Town, then descending order of duration. Click next. The orientation is to be in landscape. Click next. Here, the report name I'm going to make it at East is 6 vacancies. Modify report, design, finish. Okay, so this is the design view of the report. So let's see how the report view is. This is how the report looks like. You can see hashtags. That means there is not enough space for the field to display the data. Let's see where you can make the adjustments. There are a lot of space here. So you can arrange it nicely so that all the data, headings, and the values are clearly visible. E66 vacancies formatted so that it displays in a larger font size at the top. And okay, so let's arrange the report first so that all the fields are clearly visible. What I'm going to do right now is take the design view. There are various methods to do it. So I'll select all this. Okay, all this is selected. I'll just move it a little bit to the side. I don't need this much space for the town. Let's click town. You can use control to make multiple selections. And from here to the end, I just move. For that, I'll be increasing the duration field size together. None of the fields should be overlapping. Let's see the report view. How is it? Duration. There is little more space over here. We can see title level close. This one is not fully visible. This one is also not fully visible. Let's make some room for those fields there. I'm going to the layout view so you can see it more clearly. Just click here, click this one. Little more space. This one. Okay, that's done. Vacancy title, click this one. Keep the control key pressed. Then move together. Now this is fully visible. You can arrange it carefully like this. Now let's see the report view once again. Before that, just check the print preview also, just to see whether this fits in one page or not. It's in two page. Nothing is there in the second page. I'm just going to design view. There's extra room here. You have to make adjustments by yourself so that I don't need this. I'm going to delete. Let's see the print preview once again. It fits on a single page wide. Okay. Now we have only two pages and the entire report is in two pages. It's not splitting in between. So this is fine. Okay. This day release field is not fully visible. So I have to arrange it once again. Hmm. Go to the design view. I'm going to move the employee image a little more to the right. Employer name, prop wage, a little more, and so that I will have inner space for the release field. So let's see the report view once again. I need a little more space, day, release, and closing date. I'll see the print preview also once again. It's still in two pages, so it's fine. Again, go to the design view. You have to make the arrangements till you are completely satisfied and the criteria are met completely. So let's see the report view once again. Now it's fine. Level, day release, closing date, prop wage, employee name, everything are clearly visible, and there are no fields that are partially or cut off. All the fields are clearly visible. Now calculates the average duration. We need to calculate average duration and places this at the end of the report below the duration column. So just go to the design view. All the calculations have to be done in the report footer. Just click here and drag down so that we will have some space. We need to find average duration. So use this one, text box, click on that. Draw a box below the duration column. Click here and type the formula equals AVG, parenthesis, in square bracket, duration, close the square bracket, close the parenthesis. Here, let's see, go to the report view. It's not fully visible. This is the value. I need to have a label here, average duration. So I'm just going to type it there. Average duration. Let's see the report view once again. Okay, average duration, the value displays the average duration as an integer, has a label average duration to the left of this value, has a name, center number, candidate number in the same position every page of the report. So take the design view. I want to make the value as integer. Just click here, format. I'm going to make it as fixed, decimal places, 0. Let's see the report view. Yeah, now integer means no decimal places. It is approximated to 14. Again, take the design view. I don't need this. I'm going to delete it. I need to have name, center number, candidate number on every page. Since I need to have it on every page, I'll be entering that in the page footer. I'll go for label. Just click here, draw box, type your name, center number, candidate number. Let's see the report view. Let's look into the print preview also once. 2 pages with average duration, name, center number, candidate number at the bottom of every page. That is fine. So we have done the report. Save and print your report. Just click here, save. To take the printout of the report, just click on the view tab, preview button. You can give the print command. Make sure all the criteria are matching here. Done. So the report is done. Now you will be taking the printout here. Question number 26. Using the fields from both the tables, so you need to get the data from both the tables, produce a report. So question is to produce a report. To produce a report, you need to make a query first. What are the conditions or the criteria that we have to do in the query? The level is 3 or more. Vacancy title includes the text care. Shows only the fields vacancy reference, level, vacancy title, duration, training provider. In this order with data and labels displayed in full. Do not group the data, sort the data into descending order of level, has a page orientation of portrait and fits on a single page, includes the heading higher level care jobs, formatted so that it displays in a larger font at the top of the page, has a name, center number, candidate number on the report. So these are the criteria for the report. So to make a report, we will be making a query first. So in the query part, we will be considering only these things, two conditions, and these are the fields that are to be included. And we need to get the fields from both the tables. So let's take our access once again. I'm just going to close it here and go to create query wizard, simple query wizard. First, I'll choose the values tables, the fields that I need from here. Let's see what are the fields. Vacancy reference, level, vacancy title. Those are here. Vacancy reference, level, vacancy title. Duration, training provider. Duration, training provider is in SP2 trainer. So just click here, training provider. So 5 fields we have included in this order with the data. Okay, these are the fields that we require. Click next, next. Here again, I'm going to name my query like query for high level care jobs. Modify query design, finish. Again, this is the query design view. What are the conditions that we need to apply? Select only the records where the level is 3 or more. So let's find the level field. This is the level field criteria 3 or more. So greater than or equal to 3. Let's click run. We got only the records where the level is greater than or equal to 3. One more criteria is there. Vacancy title includes the text care. So let's have a look at vacancy title. This one is having the text care, this one is having text care, and this field is not fully visible. This one is also having text care. So the care can come anywhere. So I'm just going to use wildcard search the vacancy title that is like this: asterisk or star care asterisk. This means that there can be anything in front of care and there can be anything after care. If a word or a text like this care appears in any of the fields, it will show only those records. So this is how you need to do it. This is called as a wildcard search. Just click run. Okay, it worked. You can see the vacancy title with all the fields having care somewhere or the other. That's done. Sorts the data into descending order of level. You can do this either in the report or in the query. Doesn't matter. So now I'm going to make my report. Go to create report wizard. I need all the fields. Next, next, next. Ascending order of. There is a sorting criteria given. It should be sorted in the descending order of level. So just click make it descending level. Next. Then it should be portrait and fits on a single page. Sits on a single page. Next. Here again, I'm going to rename my report. Modify, finish. This is the report's design view. Let's see what are the things that I have to do. Has your name, center number, candidate number on the report, and that's it. All the data and labels displayed in full. Let's see whether all the data and labels are displayed in full or not. Here level vacancy reference. This one vacancy title need a little more space. Trainer provider, duration on half part is cut. So we need to adjust it nicely so that everything is clearly visible. Let's go to the design view once again. Let's see report view. Level, vacancy reference, vacancy title. Little more space is needed for vacancy title. Here also the last field. Make a little more space. The trainer provided also. More space is needed. Let's see the report view once again. Vacancy reference, vacancy title. I think now all the again little more space is needed. Duration, D is not visible. So go to the design view. So I'll just click little bit here. Duration, little bit here. I'll make some more room for this one. Just click here and increase little more space. Let's see the report view once again. Okay, vacancy title. Now the fields are clearly visible. Duration is also visible. Trainer provider is also visible. So you can rearrange the fields so that the report looks neat and tidy. Just see the print preview once. What's in the next page? It should be in one page. So I'm just going to make some more adjustments. Design view. I'm going to delete all these unnecessary things. Just going to increase this little more up. Let's see the print preview once again. Still it's in two pages. Go to the design view once again. Select all the fields together. Move it little more up so that you will get a little more space here. You see the print preview. Now it's in one page. So that is done. You need to do one more thing. Your name, center number, candidate number on the report. Just click here. They haven't mentioned any place, so I'm just going to add it here. Name, center number, candidate number. I'll just check the print preview once again. Yeah, that has come. The page is in one page. Portrait. It has got the heading, high level care jobs. Everything is perfect. I can take the print from here. That's it. Done. Save. Save and print your report. Print out 3. So you have to take the print out here. Export the report created in step 26 in a PDF file format. Save the exported file in your work area. Place in your evidence document a screenshot to show the exported file saved in your work area. Make sure there is evidence of the file type. So this is the report that I have created right now. I'm just closing it. Just click here, right click. There is an option export. You need to export it to PDF. Just click here. Desktop. Find out where your working folder. Just click publish. This is the PDF format of your report. Close it. Close this one also. If you open your folder, You can see high level care jobs. This one, it is stored in the PDF. You need to take a screenshot of this one, paste it in your evidence document. It is evidence number 10. Go down, click here. You can crop your file. And you can make it more bigger so that's visible. Care jobs in Adobe PDF format. That's it. So that is done. Now the access part is over. So we are done with the access part. Thank you.